Hi, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Real English from Real Life podcast.
Welcome to Real English Podcast. I'm Brendy.
And I'm Annie.
Hey, if you're learning English with us and enjoying these deep dives, please do remember to hit that like button.
Yeah, and subscribe to the channel. Maybe share this one with your friends for the Real English Podcast.
So today, we are diving deep into, well, the language of travel stress.
We all know that feeling, right? That sinking moment when you realize something's off, maybe your flight's delayed, or worse, your suitcase just isn't there.
Right. And that moment can feel, well, pretty overwhelming, especially if you're trying to sort it out in English and it's not your first language.
Exactly. So our goal today is to give you the essential phrases, and maybe a bit of confidence too, to handle those situations.
Turn those high-stress moments into, hopefully, quick and polite solutions.
We're not just listing words. We want to give you the actual conversational tools you need, whether it's getting compensation or just switching a noisy hotel room.
Okay, before we get into the first scenario, let's quickly touch on a few key terms. These words pop up a lot.
Good idea. First up, baggage claim tags. Now, this isn't just a word. It's that really crucial sticker, the barcode thing they give you when you check your bag.
You absolutely must keep hold of that. It's like your bag's ID card.
Lose that, and tracking your bag becomes, well, a lot harder.
Definitely. Okay, next. Compensation and reimbursement. They sound similar, maybe.
They do, but they're used differently. Compensation is usually something the airline gives for the inconvenience, like a voucher for a big delay.
Whereas reimbursement means getting paid back for money you actually spent yourself.
Right, like if you had to buy a toothbrush or some clothes because your bag was delayed, you need those receipts for reimbursement. We'll come back to that.
Got it. And finally, reservation. Simple word, but we'll talk about how to use it smoothly when you check into a hotel.
Okay, let's dive in. Let's start with maybe the most stressful one. Standing at the baggage carousel or the baggage belt, and it stops. And your bag isn't there.
Okay, deep breath. First step. Walk straight to the airline's baggage service desk. Don't just wander off.
And the key opening question, the one that gets things moving, is something like, "Excuse me, do you know if all the bags from your flight number have been unloaded yet?"
That flags it immediately. They'll need that baggage claim tag we mentioned. That's the code they use to track it in their system.
Exactly. They'll likely ask you for it straight away. Then they'll ask, "Can you describe the bag for me?"
And this is where detail is super important. Don't just say, oh, it's a black suitcase.
No, that's not helpful. Think. Size. It's a big, small, carry-on size. What's it made of? Hard shell, soft fabric.
And crucially, any unique features. Did you tie something on it?
Right. Like it's a medium-sized blue hard-shell suitcase with a bright yellow strap around it. Or maybe it's got a white ribbon tied to the handle.
Those details make it stand out. Imagine them looking in a huge room full of bags. Yours needs to be easy to spot.
Especially if it got put on the wrong flight or missed a connection.
So once they check the system, they might give you an explanation. You mentioned one source where a bag was held back in Seattle.
Yeah, that happens. It's often about logistics. Maybe you had a really tight connection.
Like a short layover.
Exactly. You made the flight, sprinting through the airport, but your bag didn't make the transfer. It might have been offloaded late from your first flight.
So the good news, usually, is that the bag isn't truly lost, just delayed. It's a key word.
Right. The staff will then need to file a missing baggage report. Make sure they do this.
And they'll give you a reference number or a tracking number, a super important piece of paper or code.
Don't lose it. That's how you can check online later. Next, they need to know where to send the bag when it arrives.
They'll ask something like, can you confirm your local address or where you'll be staying?
And usually they will arrange to deliver it free of charge right to your hotel or wherever you are.
Okay. What about immediate needs? You've arrived. Maybe you need toiletries, a change of clothes.
Good point. You are often eligible for a delayed baggage kit. Some airlines have these ready with basics.
Or you might be eligible for reimbursement if you have to buy essential items.
And here's that crucial point again. You absolutely must keep every single receipt.
Every single one. If you buy socks, toothpaste, a t-shirt, keep the receipt.
Because no receipt almost always means no reimbursement. That's the rule.
So let's recap those key airport phrases. Simple ones. My suitcase didn't arrive.
And can you deliver it to my hotel?
And then as you walk away, maybe feeling a bit stressed but hopeful, you might say to your travel buddy, well, fingers crossed it arrives tomorrow.
Ah, fingers crossed. Great idiom. Just means you're hoping for a good outcome, right?
Exactly. Okay, let's shift gears. From airport stress to potential hotel hiccups, checking in, making requests, handling problems.
All right. Checking in is usually straightforward. Walk up to the desk, smile, and say, "Hi, I have a reservation under the name, your name."
Simple, clear. The trickier part can be making polite requests. You don't want to sound demanding.
Right. Say you want a late checkout instead of, "I want a late checkout." Try phrasing it more softly.
Like, is it possible to request a late checkout? Or, we were hoping for a slightly later checkout, if that's okay.
That politeness really helps. Same for other things like booking breakfast.
Yeah, maybe say, actually, could we book breakfast for tomorrow morning, please? Adding please and could we makes a difference.
And if you need something sent to your room, always give your room number first. It just makes it faster for them.
Hi, this is room 305. Could we possibly have a couple of extra blankets, please?
Perfect. But what if the room itself isn't quite right? Maybe it's noisy, or the view is terrible, or it's just not what you expected. How do you ask to change?
Again, politeness is key. Avoid saying things like, this room is awful.
Yeah, that puts people on the defensive. Focus on your needs instead.
A really good phrase is, excuse me, I'm not sure this room quite meets our needs. Is it possible we could switch to another room?
See how that sounds? It suggests the room might be fine for someone else, just not for you. Much softer.
What about technical problems, like the heating's broken or the Wi-Fi isn't working? Be direct about the problem itself. Hi, there seemed to be a problem with my room. The air conditioning isn't working.
Okay. The hotel might offer to send someone to fix it.
They might say, would you like us to send a technician up, or would you prefer to move rooms?
And if you really just want to move, you can say politely, "Thank you for offering, but could we please move to another room? We really need working AC tonight."
Right. Firm, but still polite. Now, checking out. Usually simple, but sometimes the bill can be confusing.
So you go to the desk. "Good morning. I'd like to check out, please. Room 411. Hand over your key."
I give you the final bill. Take a quick look.
If you see a charge you don't recognize, don't get angry. Just ask calmly.
Excuse me, I noticed an extra charge here for the minibar, but we didn't use it. Could you possibly explain that?
Asking them to explain it gives them an easy way to check and correct it if it's a mistake without any confrontation.
Good tip. Okay, let's swing back to the airport one last time. Flight delays. So common.
Yeah. You're at the gate, watching the departure time slip later and later. First thing, get information.
Walk up to the gate agent. Excuse me, my flight is delayed. Do you know how long the delay might be?
Sometimes they know, sometimes they don't. You might hear various reasons, weather, technical issues, or the dreaded overbooked.
Overbooking. That means the airline sold more tickets than seats on the plane.
Yeah, they gamble that a few people won't turn up. But if everyone does show up,
Then they need people to volunteer to take a later flight. If they don't get enough volunteers, someone gets bumped.
Yeah.
Involuntarily.
and if you're delayed significantly or bumped, especially if it's the airline's fault, you are usually entitled to compensation.
So the key action here is to ask, is there any compensation offered for this delay? Or what are the options for passengers due to this delay?
Don't just wait passively. Ask what you're entitled to: meal vouchers, maybe a hotel if it's overnight, help with rebooking.
Absolutely. Okay, let's wrap up with some quick-fire vocabulary for describing those other travel feelings and experiences.
Right. After a long flight across time zones, you'll probably feel jet lag.
It's that weird out-of-sync feeling, isn't it? You don't just have it. You usually say, I'm jet-lagged.
Or you might say, "Wow, the jet lag hit me hard this time." Or, "It took me like 4 days to get over the jet lag."
And what about those awful flights that leave really late and arrive super early?
The red-eye flight. Leaves late at night, arrives early morning. Called that because you often arrive with tired red eyes from lack of sleep.
Okay. Now, imagine you're exploring a city and you wander into an area that feels a bit unsafe or rundown.
You might call that a seedy area. Or more commonly these days, people just say it looks a bit sketchy.
Sketchy's a great word. It implies something feels a bit off, maybe unreliable, or slightly dangerous.
Definitely. And if you pay way too much for something, like that tiny coffee costs $10.
That's a ripoff. That taxi ride was a complete ripoff.
Exactly. And finally, that famous site you were excited to see, but it turns out to be overcrowded, maybe a bit disappointing, and expensive.
Oh, the classic tourist trap. We've all fallen into one of those, I think.
Probably. It describes those places perfectly.
So, quite a journey today. We covered lost luggage, hotel issues, flight delays, and some useful words for the aftermath.
And I think the biggest takeaway, maybe the most important cultural tip for using English in these situations, is to stay calm and respectful.
Absolutely. Even when you're frustrated or angry, shouting or being demanding rarely helps in English-speaking service contexts. Politeness works better.
Remember that phrase we mentioned? I understand this is a difficult situation, but is there anything you can perhaps do to help me?
It shows you're reasonable, but still clearly asking for assistance. It's a really effective approach.
If you use these clear, simple, polite phrases, you'll feel more confident and you'll likely get a better outcome.
So our final thought for you today. Before your next trip, maybe pick just one phrase from each section we discussed. Luggage, hotel, delays.
Yeah, say it out loud a few times. Get comfortable with it. So if you do need it, the stress doesn't make you forget your English.
Practice makes perfect, or at least makes stressful situations a little bit easier.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into travel English.
And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the Real English Podcast with your friends, especially those who love to travel. Safe travels, everyone.
Want to practice these phrases? Download your free PDF guide to review vocabulary, role plays, and quizzes. Find the link in the description and pinned comment, and feel free to share it with friends.
Like and subscribe for more English tips.